Do it.
Welcome to the F1 2025 Belgian Grand Prix reaction. Quite a Grand Prix that we had, right, AJX?
Oh, it was the best of the year, some might say.
I said no whatever. Well, except you.
Said no one ever.
I mean, we had a sprint race. We had a pretty unpredictable weather for the weekend, at least forecasted, and we ended up with. Well, there was Monaco, but
it could have been the best race of the year, right?
Could have.
If they'd actually let them drive.
We ended up with the most boring race, or the entire weekend, pretty much, of the year. Because even the qualifying wasn't that exciting. Like, Monaco qualifying carried the Monaco weekend, but here there was nothing. The entire weekend was just, could have been an email, as some say. Yeah, unfortunate, as I quite like Spa, but the regulations aren't great for the track. The DRS zone there's only one, and it's too short in my opinion. As we have like pretty much most teams bring almost a Monza spec aerodynamics for the track, which means slipstream is really weak, and therefore there's no overtaking.
Some people, completely change their engine.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't do anything.
Yep. It was very difficult to overtake throughout the entire weekend. I guess we go over our picks. Biggest surprise, best race of the season. Almost there, but not quite.
I think I'm right. Just everyone back me up here. Best race of the season, definitely.
I can't think of a.
Sorry. I misspoke when I did that prediction. I meant to put worst race of the season.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So can we give that a change?
No. Sorry. This is only one type of fan probably would say this was a good weekend subjectively for them. There's Liam Lawson fans, because he got a lot of points and his teammate finished last. So.
I don't know. Lewis Hamilton fans could say it was mildly interesting.
I'm sure.
He overtook a lot of people. That was quite nice.
Yep, he did.
Who else in this Grand Prix did that? Oh no!
They actually overtook one car
in both Grand Prix. He overtook him in lap 1 when his battery was down. Apparently.
Okay.
Great overtake. Well done to him.
Okay, that's
fantastic.
The biggest surprise, as we don't get points there. No session was cancelled, even though it looked like the race could be, but they ended up just waiting after the rain went off so they could get a dry race. Guess that's apparently what we do now.
That is what we do.
Okay.
Well, look. In one way, I'm glad they waited, right? Because otherwise, the 2-hour thing starts, and then all the people. I just feel horrendous for all the people there. But in the other way, we really want to see some racing in the wet weather. That really cool thing that happens in F1. No, okay, you don't want to do that. Oh, okay.
Yep.
We won't do that then.
I feel like the wet to dry races are the worst technically, because dry to wet, the rain comes, everyone has to change tires at some point, some drivers make mistakes, but these wet to dry races are the exact opposite. There's only one dry line, and by the time everyone the track dries up, everyone's with slick tires and they're just pulling on the other string. That was probably the worst case scenario for this race, because maybe a dry race would be even better for this, but I don't know. At this point, I would take any overtakes.
Yeah, damn right.
Okay, moving over to Overperforma. Not the greatest pick, I would say, but who would you give this to as a driver?
I think we've done, given the weekend, I think we've done okay with our overperformers.
Did we?
I'm going out there. Verstappen won the sprint, which, fair dues. and Hamilton overtook the most drivers in both races. So I don't think we've done awfully, but
I mean,
which is really saying something because goddamn they weren't that good either. Um,
yeah, those couple overtakes are more than 0, which is the number most other drivers did.
Hamilton legitimately got both the most overtakes in both, right?
Yeah,
I think you have to disinclude lap one or something, but like
yes.
he got the most weekend. I think someone got like 2 overtakes, and Hamilton got like 8. I guess Liam Lawson, Bortoletto also shout out Alex Albon as well, given how terrible that car has been, deserves a shout out as well.
Yeah.
Also, Ocon and Behrman for sprint didn't do it in the race, but
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people that deserve shout outs. No one really set the world on fire, let's say.
maybe Bortoletto. I mean, he got Q3 in both sessions and was quicker than Hulkenberg the entire weekend. And
Yeah.
I would say
Albon, where did Albon quali? He was like 5th, wasn't he?
yeah,
That's a good shout.
he was in like 16th in sprint quali.
Yeah, I know, but the race matters more. He got more
Yeah.
points than Bortoletto did over the weekend.
That's
In
true.
a car that has literally not got points in the last like 5 races. So
The thing is, with Williams, they have a very weird situation. They seem to only have one car for every session. Sometimes switching between drivers. It's a really weird case that only one driver in the Williams team does well at the same time. Like Sainz was was up there turning points in the sprint and out in Q1 and as in normal qualifying. It's strange. And vice versa with Albon, who was bad in sprint quali and then just qualified P5 for some reason out of nowhere.
it was his literal car setup, wasn't it? Like everyone panicked before the race that it would be slow. Albon set up his car to be quick in the dry, right? He was very low wing. Very low wing. And then, because in the race, they waited until it was dry to start racing, he was still quick. And literally, Hamilton couldn't pass him despite having a brand new engine because Albon's car was so quick in a straight line.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can agree on Bortoletto with many good shots as well. Over to the underperformer. Also, not the greatest picks out there. Even though Fernando didn't have a greatest weekend, I think that car was just utter garbage this weekend. Like they had their worst qualifying since ever. P19, P20. After they brought 5 upgrades, come on, such an Aston Martin thing to happen. They bring upgrades, they make them slower every single time since 2023. How did they do that? I hope things change with Newey coming in, but yeah, it's looking bad for Aston. Really, they've been looking decent-ish with at least Alonso in the last few weekends. He's been getting the Q3, scoring points, but he was nowhere this weekend along with his teammate. So Gasly, he scored points in whatever the car he's been driving this weekend somehow. So good for him. He exists as well as Alpine, I guess. His teammates not doing that well. Underperformer for a specific driver. I would probably give this to Antonelli, honestly. Or you could argue with Lewis, but he at least scored points. Which Antonelli had his worst weekend today, I would say. In terms of raw pace and everything. He was super bad. Hope he bounces back, but this is the European part of the season. He was supposed to be good. He's not. Perfect team. Uh,
Perfect team.
McLaren, or no, they didn't win the sprint. They
No.
can give it to them.
Also, they had issues at the start.
Yeah, you could say Haas for sprint, but they were bad.
They literally McLaren lost the race lead every time.
True, that's true. McLaren in the on pole was overtaken both times. That's true. You cannot say Ferrari because Lewis was having a party in Q1.
No, you're right there.
Mercedes, no. Red Bull. I mean, to be fair, Yuki was good after they've given him the new floor that Max has had for the sprint. He got into Q3 for first time since, well, I don't even know when was the last time Yuki got to Q3. And he was looking to score points in the race, but they ended up screwing up his strategy, so that's no.
Can we actually talk about that? Why did everyone pit a second time? All the people that pit a second time got screwed.
Yeah, like it was so unfortunate for so many drivers.
Was it? I think there was one driver that pit twice was ahead of one driver that pitted once, and the whole rest of the grid was two stop. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, very bad strategy for Yuki, who ended up finishing outside of the points again.
I think we're genuinely going to have to give it McLaren because everyone else sucked.
Yeah. Also, Sauber, they've screwed up strategy with Hülkenberg in the race. Alpine, they only have one driver. Williams, one car.
I screwed up their thing as well.
Yeah, V-Carb also only had one car during the weekend. Like Hajar's car broke down during the race, somehow managed to finish the race.
Yeah, like I would have gave it Haas, but they literally screwed up the changeover to wet. They screwed both their drivers. Ocon was literally the last person to change.
There's literally no team that could deserve this. that's
we're gonna have to give it McLaren.
Yeah, even though they didn't maximize their weekend, they still probably did the least mistakes. Somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to not win with that car.
This is why this was the greatest race of all time. That's what
right. Okay. Perfect team then. McLaren, tragic team. McLaren doesn't really work here because we give them perfect team. Yeah. Sauber, not really. They score points. Also, I don't think there's a team that could deserve this just like the perfect team. Like every team was equally mid this weekend. It's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like. Oh no, I think Aston Martin deserve it.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about him. Yeah, that's so forgettable. Yeah, Aston Martin definitely.
Which is tragic because I was I put Alonso and I almost put Aston Martin as my team for tragic team as well. I'm so annoyed at myself.
The first time you got to pick Aston,
the one time I give them
fortunate timing.
Screwed myself.
Yeah. Tragic team Aston then, and we can move over to sprints. I believe you got the sprint pole for Piastri, who was looking rapid, absolutely rapid, but also almost went out in Q2.
It was mad. He literally destroyed the field in this, and then come the actual qualifying, you just couldn't replicate it.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly about the times, but I feel like he was slower in qualifying than sprint qualifying.
Yeah, I think he was.
He just couldn't.
Well, the car, everyone did a different car setup and so on, so it's probably something to do with that.
Yeah.
But still,
McLaren's prioritized the wet setup, and they ended up still being clear of the rest. So
I did not know that.
I mean, they had the most track out of any team. I believe that they just really didn't care about the drag because they expected to start first and finish first. It didn't work out for them in the sprint because, Max Verstappen exists.
Max's sprint car though was the most. He literally went from the quickest on the straight to the 18th slowest in qualifying.
I feel like they should have kept the sprint setup for the race, but they expected it to be wet.
They did that in Britain though, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean,
They're not making that mistake twice.
like in hindsight, they should have kept the dry setup, but also like who knew that FI would basically wait for it to dry up almost completely before restarting the race. So yeah, I mean, good job from Max in the sprint. He used his OP speed in the straight. That I mean, like it was very difficult for him.
McLaren's just trailing him was so funny.
It would be difficult for him to not overtake Piastri. Like the speed difference was wild, and then after that, like Piastri, no matter how close he was, he just couldn't catch him. Like
he was literally 4 tenths off at one point, and he just could not get him.
That Red Bull was overpowered in the sprint. Like it wasn't the quickest, but it was certainly not overtakeable. So, good job for Max in the sprint. He got me a sprint win because he won the sprint, and Piastri got the sprint pole.
Stay on equal points. Ooh.
Yep. Moving over to qualifying, we had Albon in P5. No one got it there. So.
No one got it. My rogue Norris shout yet again coming to curse me.
Yep. P4 Max. P3 Leclerc, right? There's no
for the actual yeah, I believe so.
And P2 Norris. P2 Piastri and P1 Norris. So we got no points from qualifying, both of us.
Are we going to get no points at all? This is mental. Oh no, I see a point. Oh gosh, dang it.
Yeah, race on the other hand is a little bit different. P5 was George Russell in the end. He overtook Alex at the start of the race.
Yes, true that.
So
the one time he could overtake him.
Yep. Pretty much like the only opportunity to overtake the Williams. To be fair, Mercedes was probably the quickest on the straights that weekend. Like the qualifying lap from George, purple sector 1, purple sector 3, and it was like almost like 8 tenths off McLaren. Yeah, they set up the car for straight line speed, and I mean it was probably the best for them. Like George maximized this weekend
until he got on that train.
Yeah.
We were calling in my household the Leclerc dirty air train. Leclerc to Hamilton. It was literally a Ferrari sandwich from Leclerc to Hamilton.
Yeah. Like after George overtaken, no one could overtake there. No one could do anything. Max was they're driving the exact same lap times as Leclerc the entire race.
God damn, this race was boring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, indeed.
The one bit of excitement was Norris like being 9 seconds down, trying to catch up with Piastri on different tyres.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about the McLarens like from the race perspective. I feel like that was what I was expecting, honestly. Like Piastri would go for it, and he went for it. He didn't live that much through Eau Rouge, got the run over to Lando, and secured the win right there.
Lando was apparently having energy restoral issues.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know how much that's true.
What that meant exactly, because I mean, Lando after that like was driving normally, like the gap wasn't like increasing or whatever. I'm like I cannot exactly know what happened. Like only McLaren knows, and if they want to put out the information that Lando had battery problems, that's the only information we have. Not really sure about that because I mean they had the exact same speed, just Piastri had the slipstream, and he didn't lift through Eau Rouge as much. I feel like that was a legit overtake in the rain, like the one wet part of the race we had, like the first few laps. And yeah, Piastri secured the win right there at that moment. Like that's
pretty much.
That's about it. Like Lando, the entire race was full of lockups, mistakes, and whatever. He lost many seconds throughout that. He also had a bad pit stop. You would think that, maybe if he wouldn't make mistakes and wouldn't have the bad pit stop, he could be like right behind Piastri, but also like, it's good being behind a car in Spa, but you're going to overtake.
It's also then like, there's a bit to say about like the fact that Lando was probably put on the better strategy.
That's true.
By going hards. he did take a risk. He was the only person in the entire field to take that risk of going on hards. But he had like the ability to do so. But my brother was complaining that he was on hard. My brother hates Norris, I should say. My brother was complaining that McLaren obviously favoured Norris for putting him on hards. And I was like, well, I don't know about that. But yes, so there's something to say about that, but it didn't end up coming to fruition.
Yeah, definitely the hards were the better strategy. Like they were quicker over the entire stint from the crossover point to the finish line.
You say that, but Hajar was put on hards and absolutely tanked it.
I have no idea what happened to Hajar's car, but he was just falling down. I think he was being overtaken, like that. Overtaken, actually. Like one car that was being overtaken throughout the race. That was Hajar. Because somehow I don't know what was going on, but he didn't have any pace in that car. I haven't read about any specific technical issues, but I just don't believe that.
That reminds me of my favourite thing of the weekend, which was Gasly in sprint quali, being the other side of being the other side of the whole race to the actual cars racing.
Yeah,
just practicing because 2 laps down.
Yeah, like
this is the first car in F1 history to not start and also not finish.
Yeah, we just sat there like 2 laps after the start and it just got a few laps and it's called it a day. Done for the day. Yeah, the Mick Schumacher went down for the day. That was Gasly. The sprint. Yep. I mean, he probably helped them to get the point, right? Obviously,
yeah, I guess so.
Not just that, they would have finished P11, but Sauber just was. I mean, they were very generous that day, and they ended up giving Alpine a point because they're so generous. They just got on a podium. I mean, why wouldn't they, right? Why wouldn't you want to have 2 drivers in the points, right? I have no idea why did so many drivers pit for another set of tires. Like, why?
Yeah, me neither. It made no weird sense. Times as well.
Like, he could have finished P10 so comfortably. Like, he had a gap to Gasly, a sizable one, and Sauber pitted him for new hards also. Like, how are we gonna overtake at a track that's so difficult to overtake? We saw it through the entire weekend. They put him on the slowest compound. Questionable strategy there by Sauber. I'm not really happy with that because for obvious reasons. But also, one driver I wanted to mention also, like again, we talk about him. He did some overtakes for the weekend. Lewis Hamilton. I wanted to talk about specifically about qualifying because Piastri did the exact same thing through Eau Rouge in sprint quali. He got his lap time deleted. You would think that every single driver would have that in mind, and they would just go like instinctively go like a meter to the right through Eau Rouge just to be safe. But Lewis did the exact same mistake, the exact same spot, almost looked completely identical to the millimeter, and he got his lap time deleted. While he was like,
that was pretty mad, yeah.
He was right next to Leclerc in Q1 before the lap time deletion, so he had the pace to be up there with Leclerc. Like he obviously qualified P3 with a very good lap, but Lewis could have been minimum P5 with that car. And
yeah,
I have no idea why did he do that? Because that's so. I don't know how to say it. I don't recognize this Hamilton. It's just like we saw what he can do throughout the years, but now it just almost doesn't feel like the same driver. I have no idea what's going on.
You say that again. I just need to reiterate. He did get the most overtakes out of anyone.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you, Captain Lewis Hamilton fan, but I need to be critical as well.
I don't know why. I don't know why Hulkenberg decided to pit himself.
Okay, well, let's not go down, Robert. Okay. moving on over to P4 in the race, which was Max Verstappen. So another point for me. Let's go.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, P3 was Charles, so we get a point. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm behind!
Yeah, you are. For the first time since, well, the start of the season, probably. Ahead, because, P2, Norris, P1, Piastri, no points there. Extra roll prediction. Almost had 3 red flags when he had 1. That's one of the 3.
Does it count?
No.
Because it technically wasn't in the race, according to the FIA.
Yeah, it was a red flag, according to the race director, but it was only one.
Okay.
One out of the
But was it
3.
in the race? This is the question.
Yeah.
Because they didn't count it as the race start.
I mean,
so can it count as the start of the race? Can it count as being in the race?
That doesn't matter now because there was only 1 red flag, but if there were 2 like during the race, I would allow it for
I
to
know,
get
I know.
the extra prediction.
I'm being funny. I'm being funny.
I know. All correct podium. Not quite. Almost. It was very, very close, but unfortunately, didn't quite happen. Maybe next time.
All right, I'll provoke fan.
Okay. Did we cover everything? I feel like we've talked about the weekend for quite a long time, despite it being.
Yeah, we definitely covered everything. This weekend was rubbish.
Yeah, I don't think there's literally anything we haven't mentioned.
God damn, did they just lose the entire audience that watched the F1 movie?
And the next race is Hungary, which is like Monaco without walls. So,
God.
And then there's a summer break number 2.
Give me Italy, please.
Okay, look at the calendar. Hungary does a 3-week break to Netherlands at the end of August.
God damn, they decided to do 3 boring races in a row.
And
they literally did the 3 most peak races and then the 3 least.
Yep. The Netherlands also isn't the greatest track. Then Monza, it sometimes delivers, sometimes doesn't. Then there's another break to Azerbaijan, which, I mean, it either delivers a biblical race or the most boring race of the season. And then it's another break after that. So, not the greatest time to be a new F1 fan, but hopefully you stick with us because we're trying to make it as funny as possible. Right?
Oh, I'm just thinking, Azerbaijan with 6 newbies. Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie has driven there last season, and so did Franco.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Both Franco and Ollie have already driven last year.
Ollie did. You're right,
Liam didn't because it was Ricardo's second last race, right? Last season.
I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither. And the other rookies, Antonelli, Bortoletto, and Hajar.
I got Daniel Ricciardo even raced last season, if I'm honest.
Well, okay. I mean, fair enough.
Can't believe he's not getting a CE Cadillac. Anyway.
There are no final thoughts.
No final thoughts. It was that boring. Check out our next video. That's going to be a lot more entertaining as we predict the Italian Grand Prix. But thank you very much.
Hungarian, sorry.
Hungarian, god damn it, they're the same colour flags.
Yeah, the flag just vertically.
And as always, peace.
Peace.